If we have deficiencies, that can be a big explanation of why and a big determining fact of where that pain is at. Single leg kettlebell RDLs. RDLs are going to stand for our Romanian deadlifts. All that's saying is we're going to keep this leg that we're working relatively straight. So I'm going to start by picking up this dumbbell. I'm going to have a staggered stance. So with my staggered stance, I'm going to set my back foot about 8 to 10 inches behind this front foot on my toe. And from this position, I'm going to keep a big chest, and I'm going to lower myself down. See how my back stays flat and I'm not rounding? Coming right back up. Watch my shoulders, how I stay completely parallel with the ground. Back tight, stay here, engage glute. Perfect rep right there. The reason we train unilaterally is because we want to equal out those deficiencies in those big muscle groups that we've just totally forgotten. If we have deficiencies, that can be a big explanation of why and a big determining fact of where that pain is at. For me, I have a ton of SI or sciatic pain, right? So this is going to be a lot of pain in my low back area. So what I have to do a lot of the time is strengthen my lower back. I'm really weak in this lower area. This exercise has been really good for me to use to help enhance and produce better power production for all of my compound lifts, from my squats to my power cleans, even up into my bench. Say, Evan, your bench? Why are you adding your low back into the bench? I add every muscle into every lift, because that's overall muscle recruitment. So one more of the benefits to me having a staggered stance is going to come right back to that unilateral training, evening out all those deficiencies. If I were to put my feet together and do a dual kettlebell RDL, I'm not fixing any problems right now. All I'm doing is going to use that same muscle to compensate the same way that I've been doing for X amount of months, years, or decades. Once we can get past that staggered stance RDL, shoulders staying square, core staying tight, and I don't want to see any tension losing that lower back. So once we can master that movement right there, we can then start to go to an airplane single leg RDL. The reason I call it an airplane RDL is because we're going to go into that airplane position. So from right here, we're going to lean forward, hinging at the hips, coming into this position right here. This is going to be our airplane position. Okay. Once again, we want to stay square and flat with our whole body. So I'm going to add weight onto this next set, safely picking the weight up. And from here, I'm going to let this back leg slowly float up, toe stays down. That kettlebell's coming right over that foot. I'm going to pause at the bottom because I like time under tension. And I'm going to shoot right back up to the top.